the Nintendo Switch 2 and the most important new leaks and its expected release date. For more details, stay with us. Recently, there have been a lot of leaks about the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2, including its specifications, price, release date, and many other things. One of the recent leaks circulating is that the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 will have significant artificial intelligence (AI) integration, which will enhance character interactions in games and improve the overall player experience. It will also open up new dimensions for games, adding more dynamism and flair, so to speak. We can't deny that AI is generally a good thing, but relying too much on it or heavily depending on it could definitely bring a lot of issues over time. There are many examples of this, like some games that became too reliant on AI, and unfortunately it caused many mistakes. Personally, I don't prefer large-scale AI integration in any device or game. It can be used sparingly, but I hope this is just a rumor and that it won't be applied to the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2. On the other hand, if we talk about specifications, according to leaks, the Switch 2 will come with a 120Hz screen, which is double the current 60Hz on current devices. This is great. Of course, it will also have 8GB of RAM, which is a bit strange considering it's coming out in 2025. The device will be somewhat outdated in terms of memory. The big surprise, however, is the 64GB storage, which is quite negative if true. I was hoping for at least 256GB for storage, for example, and 16GB of RAM, especially since recent leaks mentioned that Nintendo's plan with the new device is to support AAA games. Will these specs be enough, in your opinion? To not rush to conclusions about the specs and not unfairly judge Nintendo, I won't give a final judgment until the official specifications are revealed. But one thing's for sure, this hype and buzz aren't coming out of nowhere, and there's no smoke without fire. Other leaks also mentioned that the battery life will be much better than the current version, and the charger will have a 60-watt power, which will significantly improve battery charging times compared to current devices. There will also be improvements in graphics quality, and according to the leaks, the Switch 2 will rely on the NVIDIA T239 chip, after previously using the NVIDIA Tegra X1 in the older version. It will include DLSS2 technology, which is great for enhancing graphics, especially for players who care about the visuals in games. Additionally, ray tracing technology will be included, but the question arises, will these technologies added to the Switch 2 provide the player with full performance without issues with just 8GB of RAM? There's conflicting news about the screen. Some sources say the device will feature an OLED screen, while others suggest Nintendo will stick to LCD screens to reduce the overall cost of the device. Hopefully it will be OLED, as there's a big difference in display quality between the two types, especially for those who've experienced the difference between the regular Steam Deck and the OLED version, which shows a clear difference. According to the latest leaks, the screen size will be 8 inches, larger than the current 7-inch screen. Another leak suggests that the new Joy-Con controller will be magnetically attached to the device, meaning you will attach it via a magnet, which will be easier and faster than the current method where you slide the Joy-Cons onto the device. Regarding the Joy-Con, its buttons will be larger than the current versions, making it easier to use. This is a positive change, and the new device will be compatible with the current Nintendo Switch Pro controller for players who prefer to use external controllers. Another leak suggests that the Switch 2 will support new connectivity technologies like Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.0, which will provide a faster and more stable connection than current devices, especially for online gaming and connecting external devices like headphones or controllers. Leaks also mention that the Switch 2 will support large-scale or AAA games, which require high performance in terms of processors and graphics. This move from Nintendo will encourage developers to consider the Switch 2 for their powerful games, helping it break away from the shadow of PlayStation and Xbox. I honestly hope that the Nintendo Switch will improve its device specifications even further if these leaks are true, especially to support these games well without issues. This would expand its user base and increase its game library. Among the leaks, there are also rumors that special editions of the Switch 2 will be released with different colors and designs, and there could even be limited editions that include exclusive games or additional content. This is especially interesting for collectors who focus on gathering devices, and it will definitely be special for them. Another cool thing mentioned in the leaks is that the user interface will be significantly improved, allowing faster and smoother navigation between games, menus, and options. Regarding the price, based on the leaks, Nintendo plans to release the device at a relatively high price and will rely on games to attract players to purchase it, aiming to quickly recover production costs. The expected price is $400. Do you think this price is high or reasonable? Let me know your opinion in the comments. As for the release date, according to the latest leaks, the device is expected to come out in the second quarter of 2025, April, May, or June, although there were earlier rumors that it might launch in the fall of 2024. In general, the Nintendo Switch is a great great device, and we can't deny that it has a fantastic game library. The upcoming exclusive games for the Switch 2 will be even more competitive and will align with the device's improvements. But, as we mentioned, I hope Nintendo doesn't make too many mistakes with the new device. At least they should ensure the storage size, as we mentioned, be at least 256GB or 512GB, and the RAM should be no less than 16GB so the games can run smoothly. Nintendo games may not need a lot of RAM or storage, but we're now in 2024, and development in the gaming industry has advanced rapidly. For any device or game to succeed in the market, it has to adapt to the players' demands, especially when we're talking about a company like Nintendo, which has a great history in gaming. Its development is important as the gaming industry is evolving rapidly, and keeping up with players and market needs is essential. I hope if these leaks are accurate, Nintendo will reconsider the specifications of the Switch 2, and let me know in the comments how you want the new Nintendo Switch 2 to be. Don't forget to support us as always. May God protect you all from harm. I'll see you next time.